Transformative social change from the perspective of a Buddhist. Today I'm joined by Dr. Esuna Dugarova, and we'll be discussing this and the region she comes from in Russia called Buryatia. Welcome, Dr. Esuna.
Thank you.
So, in your recent article in The Guardian, you just said that economic growth is not enough. So can you explain this a little bit further?
Sure. From my experience as a researcher and as a Buddhist, I have realized that our well-being is not all about profit. It's not all about economic growth. It's about having good health, education, a job, and really a sense of security and stability in life. Over past years, we have seen that despite economic success, there are still persistent poverty, growing levels of inequality. And as this graph shows, inequality has been increasing in high-income countries over the past 25 years. So this and other evidence has shown that economic growth alone is not sufficient to ensure decent livelihood for everybody. And this is why in our recommendations to governments and policymakers, we emphasize the importance of investing in human capital, creating employment, and also providing universal access to social services such as food, water, housing, and so on.
So how can well-being be measured?
In policy circles, the dominant measure is gross national product. Yet there is an alternative way to measure development, which is called gross national happiness, and that is designed in Bhutan. So it measures development more holistically, including social and environmental dimensions. And interestingly, the original idea of gross national happiness is grounded in Buddhist values, in the sense that material development goes along with spiritual development.
So how can we improve well-being then?
Well, there are different ways to improve well-being. One way, which I think could be useful to the audience, is through social enterprises, also called social businesses. Social enterprises have emerged as an innovative approach to providing basic social services. As a business, it creates profits, but unlike conventional business, the profit is used to help others, whether it's create jobs for the unemployed, address poverty, or protect environment. So in this sense, it challenges the conventional way of doing business. It's not so much about making profit, but more about making social impact. And as an example of social enterprise, I can give Better World Books, which is a social enterprise that collects and sells books online and then uses the generated profit to sponsor literacy projects around the world. So by doing so, it not only maximizes the value of books, but also contributes to better education.
So what are the challenges then to social enterprise?
Well, in terms of challenges, I think it's about making them sustainable, especially smaller enterprises, and also effective so that they could reach larger society rather than specific group or community. It's a matter of resources, skills. It's about a stable environment, legal framework, cultural sensitivity. And after all, it's really about understanding and responding to the needs of local people.
So as I understand it, you are from Buryatia and a practicing Buddhist. So does this affect the way you do business?
It's an interesting question. For those who don't know, Buryatia is a republic in eastern Siberia in Russia, near Lake Baikal, on the border with Mongolia. Buryatia is a center of Buddhism in Russia. Buddhists believe in interconnectivity, the idea that people can only truly exist in relation to each other, whether it's family members, friends, colleagues, customers, or even competitors. So in this sense, business is a network for these connections. As a philosophy, Buddhism, I think, brings an essential dimension in terms of values and ethical standards that form the basis for responsible business. The values, for instance, are being mindful, patient, positive, and also respectful towards each other and towards the natural environment. And according to Buddhism, it's not about your own interests, it's about interests of other people. And this is where I think the altruistic nature of Buddhism corresponds to the idea of social business. And speaking about Buryatia, in the coming days we're celebrating a new year according to lunar calendar, and taking this opportunity, I would like to wish everybody a very happy new year.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Esuna. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and I hope you have a wonderful new year.
Well, thank you for inviting.
Well, that's all from Esuna and myself for now. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to keep clicking back to Dugascopy TV. Bye for now.